And we're live from Lake Worth, Florida. It's the SMB Comedy Podcast. And we're back.
Yay.
We're back in business.
All right.
Guess who's back?
Is this 2 weeks in a row?
Totally fucked it up.
Another way.
Oh, were we doing that?
Well, that was the plan. But Jesse's like,
The boys are back in
he
town.
doesn't sound like a black Irishman.
What are you talking about? Who's the Black Irishman?
Phil, I know, the singer of Thin Lizzy.
What's his name? How do you know that?
Because I know who Thin Lizzy is.
I know who Thin Lizzy is, but I didn't know who the singer's name is.
Behind the Music.
You watched Behind the Music about Thin Lizzy?
I watched them all. I've seen every one of them.
That must have been on like VH.
You make me feel better about myself, Scott. Thank you very much.
Dude, I saw it like fucking 20 years ago when it was on.
Was that on like MTV 2?
VH1 or whatever.
VH1 too.
MTV 24? Like, which one was that?
And
Like
they still
3 in
don't-
the
and
morning.
They still don't play rock music.
We ran out of Jersey Shore stuff, so all right, here's the Thin Lizzy Behind the Music.
Yeah, and the guy's like, and that's when it all got serious. Every episode turns into that.
So is he like literally a black guy from Ireland, or is he just like a black guy
He's a
from
black
America with
Irish, man.
Dude,
Irish heritage?
Why
No, he was a black guy from Ireland.
No shit.
Well, he was mixed.
Where from? Tell me this guy's life story. You know a lot about
I'm
this guy.
assuming I don't know
black and
exactly
Irish,
where you're
obviously.
from. Yeah, he's black and Irish. His
Fair
mom.
enough.
His mom.
Do they have a shortened name for something like that? You know what I mean, like
I
Blasian
think there
or
was a hint
Blirish or something?
hint of Icelandic.
Yeah, Greg would have to be the one to say that, but I don't have the liberties
Oh, to what?
to say whatever his racial name was.
Not racial. I didn't mean racial. I just
Oh.
meant like a shortened. I didn't say racial. I said a shortened, abbreviated name. Man,
I
why do you got to make it weird, bro?
I don't know what they called him.
Scott's always making it weird.
Yeah, I mean that's the. Well, I mean, why are you turning what I knew the guy's name into? Now let's make Scott uncomfortable because he saw Behind the Music.
Well, I mean, you just said it, man. You watched Behind the Music about Thin Lizzy. You admitted to it like twice.
I did. I've seen them all. I even watched the ones about the bands I didn't like.
Yeah, that is a good thing to do. I'm usually like, what happened to Celine Dion again?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh,
They
she's
didn't
still
make a
alive?
music
Shit.
about her.
Let me go over that. Oh, it's making $1 billion in Vegas. Cool.
Yeah, she's killing it.
Yeah, as usual.
Yeah.
So, talk about killing
Yeah, I
it.
was gonna say the same, but I
Orlando's
didn't
having
wanna
the
be a dick.
shittiest week
Yeah.
ever.
We're just gonna roll into that, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean,
I mean, what else?
proper segue.
Fair enough.
What
Yeah,
else?
yeah, man. That it started off, I think, with that one singer from The Voice or something, Grimmy.
Yeah.
It's getting killed by some random gunman, and then
Crazy fucking white people.
yeah, and then they had the nightclub massacre.
Well, did you see that guy? I mean, he was like 26 years old, but he had like a hairline that started like
Yeah.
Oh, I
further
didn't
back
see
than
it,
LeBron's.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was like he was
But he
almost
grew it
he almost
forward.
had the horseshoe
Yeah,
thing already,
you
and he
could
was
see the
26 years old.
frustration. You're like,
Oh my god,
yeah,
you
you're
could
like,
see the anger in his face.
oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
you're
Like
like, dude,
the baldy
not the
Caesar.
way.
He had the baldy Caesar.
exactly.
He was bald
That's
and he, like,
exactly
brushed
what he
it
had.
forward.
Yeah, that's a really good period. You said he's 26.
Yeah.
That's a great point to be like halfway bald because
Oh, yeah.
you still think it's coming back, and then you're like, I got a chance. I
It's
still
like-
still got a chance.
It looked like he might have never had it. to be
I
honest
got
with
some
you.
power alleys. Like, no, bro. Those are fucking.
Yeah. I was still like, maybe it's growing back. Yeah. So that's the ultimate form of what is it, delusion. I think
Yeah.
that's like the last stage.
It's called denial.
Yeah. So it's like it's
It's
coming
like
back.
bargaining. Man, if it
Well, I
just
think we'll get to the
lasts-
ultimate phase of denial a little bit, maybe about 5 minutes from now when we get to the next part of the story.
What? What's the next part of the story?
Oh man, that's good shit, man. That's good. It's not just a river in Egypt.
Oh, good one. You're talking about the dude.
yes, the
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
the guy who went into the club and shot everything. I
Yeah.
assume that's
Oh.
what you're going to
Like,
next.
Yes.
what a
That was
an
the ultimate.
asshole.
That was the final step of denial, because he's obviously gay. I mean, that's all
I
that
thought you were
stuff's
talking
come
about
out.
like the like
No,
a-
I'm saying
a
like he was-
river. Oh yeah.
I wasn't trying to even make fun of it. I'm just
Okay.
saying like
Yeah.
he's a fucking lunatic, and he was a gay guy who hated to hate himself. I guess.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much.
yeah.
That's-
So he fucking
like when it-
killed like 50, however many
Oof.
people.
I love that he's another one of those people who doesn't understand how the internet works, because like the internet is flooded with information about this guy being homosexual.
Oh my
Like,
god, he's on a
it's-
gay dating app.
What?
Yeah.
At that point, you're like, whoa, and he's like, he had hung out there a few times before. and
Yeah,
you're like,
people knew him.
oh.
Yeah.
It's like if I don't want
Yeah,
people
what
to
did-
think I'm gay, usually I don't hang out at gay bars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the best
exactly.
place. To
But the thing about I have actually been to one in Orlando before with my friend and his wife, and they were friends with like people in the gay community, and they had a like a
You're
drag
not?
show.
Are you a hateful person towards gay
No,
people?
no, it was one of those. I was in college. It was experimental
Fucking-
time. You know,
Did you go home and play Call of Duty and like pretend everyone was gay?
No, it's just one of those things you didn't know what to expect, and you walk in and you're like, this is a bunch of fucking normal ass people, and it's a couple of, like people dressed up on stage, and that's it. Like,
Well,
I
of
get it.
course,
It's just
that's
like
pretty much 99%
the
of every
pageantry. There
bar
there
club
was
you go to.
there was lesbian.
They're supposed to be better tippers because they have more money to spend.
There was lesbian strippers.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who picks up the tab?
Which lesbian strippers are basically just,
Lesbian strippers pick up the tab.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, if they're both lesbians, then what if they're both like the lipstick lesbians? So what if there's not like who pick it? Because they're probably both expecting someone to pick up the tab.
on
I don't know.
tomorrow's.
You think they always go
Scott
Dutch?
doesn't know.
Yeah.
Ask a gay dude.
Yeah, Scott. Well, you'll have to field that question to someone who's in a homosexual relationship.
It seems easier to figure out in the woman's case
Right,
if it's two
right.
lesbians because normally one is more
But
of the
what-
butch
sometimes it's going to
type.
be
So
close.
you think that would be the one?
You
Okay,
ever
maybe.
seen two lesbians that are both hot?
Yes, of course.
You're like, maybe
They
one
have
day-
all kinds of
One
videos
day
of
they'll do
those,
it.
bro. They got
They-
like
They
the
just
internet's
sit at the-
filled with them.
Yo, when the chick comes out, they just sit there and fucking. All right, like this ain't free.
What?
They just are looking at the check, like expecting someone to pick it up. If it's two.
Oh,
hot-
I
if
see.
it's
So two hot chicks. Who's picking it
Yeah.
up? If they have these, yeah.
Two gay dudes are like, whoa, no, allow me. It's confusing. Like I pay for everything, so do I.
You know, I never really thought of it, Scott.
It's got to be in a more rotation thing.
Yeah.
think?
Go do some research and come back to us next week with
It's
an
never
answer.
really been an issue for me. Because even
Are you trying to do some research to
No,
find out so
I'm just
next
curious.
week when you have your first gay
well,
date?
he's like, I'm not sure about this.
Let me ask the guys. Maybe they know.
Do they split the ticket, the meal? Do they one pay for one pay for the other? It's a little bit cheap. How did
Why-
Scott turn into an old Jewish guy?
Yeah, I know. I figured you guys would know since you went on like a bro date and fucking. in
Oh,
Denver.
We're
right,
gonna
right.
flow right into that. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
No, but we
No,
can get
let's
back
go.
to
It's
it.
cool. No, that's cool. I mean, it's cool. I mean, yes.
Well, that was so. What happened was randomly, we were talking online, and then Jesse was like, we were gonna do a show
I was
next
telling
week.
him he couldn't make the show.
Yeah. I was like, why not? He's like, I'm gonna be in Colorado, and I thought you were joking because I was like, I must have told him or something. I was like, get the fuck out of here, and you were like, no, I'm going to help a friend out, and we're going there, and. It was like I was like what, and so you ended up being there at the same time, like when we were on the way back from Estes. You ended up like just basically. So on the way there, we got like I told you last week, we got to see a dead body, which was cool.
That's always fun.
We were like, why is the highway all backed up?
You saw
Oh
it
shit!
too?
They almost got to see
No.
a second one when I ate too many edibles and died in the back seat.
I was playing my tunes and he was passing out in the back seat.
In all honesty, I had a great time. I hadn't been that high and had that much fun in so long. It was fantastic.
We were so happy too because we had bought a bunch of stuff like edibles. It's legal there, so we had it at the dispensary, and we were leaving that night. So we basically were just like, here's all this shit we couldn't do.
It lasted me the rest of the trip.
Oh my god, we couldn't do it enough of it. Like it was one of those things where it was like, yeah.
Hey, so how was your trip?
What do you mean? I was just saying, man. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You told.
Well, I mean, we drove out there on
Well,
a U-Haul.
How was your drive? You went. And
Yeah.
saw-
Oh, well, the drive was pretty cool.
took
Like,
the scenic fucking
surprisingly, we took a little bit like an hour longer drive to go through a few states I haven't been to before.
And so give us your review of the states.
I went through different parts of Mississippi and Alabama, and they're just as shitty as the other parts. So that's a good assessment there.
You go through Arkansas.
Arkansas
How
was
was Arkansas?
surprisingly not a shithole. I gotta tell
Really?
you, I was expecting to be a total dump, like just a continuation.
It's got
Well,
Kansas
Mississippi
in the name,
and-
What did
so.
it look like?
I mean, well, we really didn't go through any towns or anything. There's a lot of just nature. So it was like kind of a cross between parts of Florida and even like North Carolina when you got into the hills and shit like that. It was actually pretty
What
nice.
was that one that smelled the entire time?
Oh no, that was on my other trip. That was on my trip back from Portland. But yeah,
Oh.
I
if
was
you-
gonna ask you.
in
How
case
long
you're
did you go
driving,
without showering?
we got there in 2 days.
So
38
you-
hours.
You didn't
38
shower
hours.
for 2 days, huh?
No,
Funky.
I've gone a lot longer than that, bro.
That's not something to brag about.
That's
unless
not a
you're
brag.
homeless.
It's just
No, they have those guys on. They say that you don't.
I
Have
went
to you don't-
camping.
You don't have to
Dude,
shower
I went
every day.
camping like fucking a couple months ago, man.
Dude, showering's overrated. I'm telling you, you don't have to
I
shower.
wouldn't.
every day. As long as you can keep your stuff, you can just take alcohol and rub it on your pits, and boom,
And
smells
then your
gone.
pits would fucking burn.
No, they don't burn.
Yes, they do.
No, do it.
do you
It knocks out that rank smell that you get after a while. That that really the thing that you just can't get rid of. Get that rubbing alcohol. Boom. It's
Well,
out.
rub that rubbing alcohol on your nuts.
No,
because those things are gonna
that's,
stink.
that's where I draw the line.
That-
yeah,
dusty,
usually I just
stinky
stay away
nuts.
from the nuts. Like the nuts leave me alone, I leave them alone.
Dude,
I'm like, no, no, I'm not gonna. Yeah, just leave it. That's even with women, it's just like leave it alone.
Oh, really?
It's not a punching bag. You see those things in the pornos where they're just like,
Yeah.
you're like, oh my gosh,
Oh,
yeah.
Please don't kick
They're
me.
like speed bags.
ladies
like,
It's always
fucking-
like Russian people. There.
fucking Mr. Claw handing it and being like,
why
and you're
is
like,
anyone-
Jesus Christ,
why
that can't feel good. Maybe
what videos
I don't know.
are you watching where Mr. Anybody
Oh,
is clawing it?
I'm watching all the videos, so I just take a synopsis of what I've seen.
okay.
Yeah.
How you just ended that like that?
The
You just gave up. You're like, look, I've seen a lot of videos.
Yeah,
Some I
yeah.
don't talk about, some I do.
Yes. Yeah. You
The-
know.
my bad.
What I used to do. So.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. I've had a lot of experience with that kind of thing.
Greg
so.
was in gay porn
Yeah,
for 7
yeah,
years.
that exactly. So I a lot of behind the scenes experience. And then I realized, I got older, had some kids when I was like, I'm not gay, and we got divorced, and so now I'm
normally happens the other way, doesn't it?
straight. Yeah, well, it can't happen the other way. I mean,
What's the other way?
it's whatchamacallit, the beard in reverse, where I go from being gay to having a beard.
Doesn't that make you a hipster?
No. Well,
Depends on what
Because
time.
all their origin is like being gay, right?
you know how old it makes you sound when you're like start making fun of hipsters? I think that's one of my pet peeves at this point. I'm like, really?
Why?
We're doing that. We're making fun of
Oh
hipsters.
no! See, that's the thing. It's like just nowadays. I make fun of hipsters when I was younger too.
Yeah.
Like just whoever's the hipsters at the time. Hipsters is a continual phrase
It's
forever.
so lazy.
It's not millennial though.
Oh, okay.
Like millennials.
Did they make fun of hipsters before
But yeah,
the
absolutely.
2000s?
Oh, of course,
ever
of course.
since hipsters have been hipsters.
course.
there have been people
Hipsters might
making
not
fun
have
of
just been the
hipsters.
name for it, but trendy fucks, whatever.
Swingsters,
You know what I mean?
Glamour boys.
Right,
remember
right.
that
But
song?
hipsters is kind of a older term. So
Yeah, yeah.
Was it seen with such derision like before?
Remember that
Oh well,
song?
some people still see it as a good thing.
Remember Living Color?
Of
Cult
course,
of
there was a band.
Personality?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I love that band.
Remember that song Glamour Boys?
No.
That was
No one knows
basically-
any
I
song by
ain't
them
no
other than
glamour
Cult
boy.
of
No,
Personality.
I'm
glamour
fierce.
boy, I'm fierce. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that
It's-
song.
so he knows
See?
it. So shut the
That's-
fuck
I'm
up.
2 for 2 today.
The only two people.
Oh yeah, we're the only two people. There's 4 people in the band. They had to know the song. So fuck off.
Fair
got-
enough, sir.
He's
Fair
got
enough.
you there.
But,
Fair enough.
It was in his defense. They said, what was the one song that was popular?
Cult of Personality.
Okay.
That's the one song
You
everybody
know that
knows.
song,
Of course,
though.
of
Okay,
course.
all right.
Great
I
song.
just wanted to make
Great
sure.
They're a pretty cool band. I always thought.
Yeah, it was good. It was at a time. It was like the Randall Cunningham of rock bands.
That doesn't make
They didn't have
sense.
dreadlocks. Remember kind of have
Well, it was all
dreadlocks?
white people, and then you had like the one rock band that was like, it was.
There was
fucking-
Fishbone. There was
It
lots
was
of
like all the
bands that
quarterbacks
were-
are white, but Randall
That's a few
Cunningham,
others.
and then you have
What about Warren Moon? You're just gonna keep him out? He wasn't even in
I
it,
was
even
just
though
about to say
was
his
clearly
name.
the better
I was
player?
just about to say his name. I can't.
Rodney P.
I can't get it out sooner. What was the one guy that played for the Washington Redskins?
Doug Williams.
I figured that out. I was like, the motherfucker won the Super Bowl. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, because he had like really one good quarter of football.
Well, that's all it takes.
Yeah, everyone who the Redskins won 3 Super Bowls to 3 totally mediocre quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Different
Yeah.
ones.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
they just
'cause
had a
they-
great team other than that.
Oh yeah, they were crushing on defense or
They
something.
killed. Well, John Riggins got us. John
running
Riggins. Friggins Riggins.
We're going back real quick if I can touch back if you wanted to hear the story about the state that smells really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Which state?
The
was it?
worst part about the drive was Kansas. Kansas was awful. But I should have figured because right above Kansas is Nebraska. And if you've never been to Nebraska in your entire life, you should probably never go there because the entire state smells like cow shit. There's just fields and fields of cow shit stacked up. Cows everywhere, and the entire state smells like cow shit.
Cow shit. Huh?
Cow shit. I was dry heaving driving through the state with my windows up, air off, just for like a good 10 minutes at one point.
The entire state, because you've
The
driven past
entire
like chicken
state.
farms before,
No,
right?
the entire the entire state smells like as soon as I got out of it into like Missouri or wherever the fuck I was.
driving for there? It's like, how many?
6 hours probably.
So 6 hours of it smelling like that.
I only was dry heaving for like 10 minutes, but the smell was there the whole time. There was literally 10-foot tall pile of shit like in that point when I was like a few of them. So that's why I was.
I don't need no regulations.
It
Like,
was
and-
awful.
And then you
Never
wanna-
go there.
Do you want 10-foot like, big mountains of shit? Because that's how you
That's
get.
what we
big
get in
mountains.
Nebraska.
Yeah, that's how you get it. You're like, oh.
I imagine there probably isn't a lot to do in Nebraska.
No.
Did you shuck any corn?
No, I drove straight the fuck through it.
Did you see a lot of corn?
No.
Well, that's weird because people just kept on moving through. They were like, nope,
I just saw
not stopping here.
cows and shit. That's what I saw.
And they went all the way to California, and they were like, oh, this is not that bad. It's actually nice here.
Well, there's water.
Yeah, that's true. Did you think about that when you did that? You basically did the fucking we're going west. We're settling out
wagons
west.
east.
We're here,
I'm
there's-
taking 2 different
We're here,
paths
there's
out
just a
west.
gravy
Yeah, man.
train all the way.
Well, I've been to like 34 states, man.
So what was your synopsis of the the whole?
The whole trip in itself.
Yeah.
That was pretty good, man. I had like, it took a lot of drugs. We left a day later than I thought. Oh, this was the best part. I forgot to mention that. I should have mentioned this before. Like, so I got there. We were supposed to leave on Friday after I got off of work and shit like that. And I got to my friend's house, and the whole deal was that, just help me drive out there. You know what I mean? We're just gonna drive out there,
Help him move.
and then that's it. You know what I mean? So I get to his house at like 8 o'clock, which is when we're supposed to leave, and there's like nothing packed. I mean, not like packed loaded in the truck. I mean packed like put into boxes. Like,
His whole life.
yeah.
You
What
had to
a
pack his
dick.
whole life.
Well, that's the even more frustrating part is because it was all getting packed. They didn't know what was going. So I couldn't even really do that much to like get it moving
And you
more.
knew
So it was like little I could do. We ended up leaving
that
like
always
almost
happens,
24 hours
Because
late.
if someone come over to my house and I would be like, hey, I'm gonna be all packed up. When you come over, you would come over to my house and there would be some moving to do because you can't even wrap your head around it. You're like, I don't know how this thing works. You're like, oh, like you need another person to, or at least
It's a lot of work.
His
No,
wife,
don't get me
his
wrong.
wife and kids already left.
They flew out. They got there the day after we did.
Oh, okay.
Actually, the same
so
day.
they were still at the
Same
house
day.
when you were there. So
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, they were helping pack and or not his kid, but his wife was helping pack and stuff. But all
I-
in all, it was a good trip,
I
man.
hate
Though,
when
man,
that shit happens. Like, hey, will you help us move? And then you end up doing the majority of the work.
I did that with one of my friends one time. He literally asked me to help move his mom. He rented the U-Haul and stuff, and me and my friend came to help, and we moved them all. Me and him did it. My friend didn't do anything. He just like disappeared. I don't know where he went. We moved it. We moved his entire family.
I hate when people do that shit.
Did
That
I?
shit-
Write? Oh man, my bad. There's another time I moved some chick. I was dating some chick. I know it's
Uh-huh.
hard to believe, but I was dating some chick for a little while, and I moved her myself personally, just me. I moved her and her mom out of like their grandparents' house into their own apartment, and immediately after I did, she dumped me.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
I would have. Like, how long after?
5 minutes maybe.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
What'd she say?
Well, she didn't even like tell me face to face. Like she waited till I left. Like I finished doing, and then like I left, and when I left, it like she texted me like a few minutes
She's
later.
like, hey, it's not working out.
Or something pretty much.
Thanks
you
for
know what I
helping me move.
mean? Not even that. Just like yeah. We shouldn't see each other, whatever anymore.
Are you serious?
No, this is a 100% true story.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, that is the worst.
No, that was probably the most angry I've ever gotten at anything like that. Greg didn't even hear the story. But
I mean, we've all gotten turned down.
oh no! I don't just get turned down.
Or
bro.
getting, but that is fucking terrible.
It's cold. It was probably the worst thing I would say any chick's ever done to me. Probably for sure.
That is cold, man.
It is.
How like shit did you feel?
Pretty shitty because I mean it was actually some chick who actually like dated me and we dated for a few months, which for me is a long time. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So like, yeah, it was a pretty big deal. I was upset about it, but like I said, that was just cold, man.
Yeah, what a fucking evil person.
Yeah,
Oh, what a dick. That's a real dick move.
it was a dick move, but
Chicks,
it happened.
chicks do dick moves.
I made
lot.
some chick today actually. I don't know if it was. I'm still speculating, but I think I made her delete her profile because I asked her out.
Yeah, tell this story. This story's great.
That's pretty much the majority of the story, really.
Oh, really?
I mean, we were talking online.
That's
and
so
shit
weird.
Like
You
that.
have,
We
like, a
met
really
online.
extreme
we were talking.
effect.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
We were talking online for a
So
little
you
while,
think
going
it's-
back and
it's-
forth, and
I can't put my finger on it. Like, I couldn't see them getting like a violency vibe from you. So like,
total creepy
why
vibe.
would
I
they
get
even
it.
talk
I
to you in
get
the
it.
first place?
That's what I. Well, that's my thing. It's like, why are you talking
telling
to me in the
you.
first place? If you think I'm a total creep, it's like, cool, I get it.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean? Just
right.
don't talk to me.
See, I don't see as creepy. I see as just you need that mustache, dude. That mustache.
I don't have a mustache, bro. I got a fucking goatee
You
because
need
I haven't
a
shaved in like a week.
mustache.
I know I need to.
You gotta
Like, I need
shave.
to. I know I need
Grow
to.
the mustache.
Well, with the hat too and the
It's
long hair,
really
especially,
weird.
I look very like
you shave the s-
NASCAR right
did
now.
you shave the
No,
side?
I just don't grow here. I just don't grow here. That's the problem. That's why I never grow it out.
So you don't have sideburns
no-
or anything?
You have no hair on your cheeks.
No, none. I got a little bit here, but no, it doesn't grow at all. That's
After
why.
like a week.
That's
You
what
are
I'm saying.
shaggy, dude.
That's it. Yes.
Zoinks!
That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah.
I never noticed that. That's the only places it grows in.
I mean, only
And
a little
it's like-
bit, but that's it
it's
on the
the
cheeks.
You
weirdest-
got
Very
a little
little.
kid. We
Very
got
little.
little kid sideburns.
And what's going on with the chin too? Like, does it automatically grow in like little wispy, like on the?
Damn, you're just.
He's
You're just
shitting all over
tearing
me
it.
right
Oh,
now, bro.
man.
He's like, you barely passed.
So like, I don't
puberty."
know why these chicks won't like even bother talking to you. It's not because you're a creep, but goddamn, man, your fucking mustache and you get hair in your face.
I was
I
saying
was only
that
joking. I
the
didn't
pattern
realize-
in which your hair grows in is very unique.
It looks just
it's like
the fu-
Shaggy, yeah.
It's like you got a permanent goatee.
Well, it's like the American version of that like old like dude from what was that Big Trouble Little China? But you just haven't grown out like the thin wispy. It would be like more like a bushy mustache. Like
Yeah,
that-
no.
I
If
think
I
you-
grow up for a mustache, I've told you before, I look like a cop, straight up. I do. I did it one time.
dude, I think
I look like a police, without the long hair. I had like a shorter, like fade.
People
cut.
start pulling over.
Dude, so many people thought I was a cop when I did
Dude, I
that.
think if you get a buzz cut and a mustache, you'll look like Jim Carrey
Oh
in fucking Me, Myself, and Irene.
Oh.
I think you should
do
do
that
it.
for sure. He looks in my head. Why are you looking in my head? You said buzz cut. He starts looking at me like, no, I can't do that.
You couldn't get a
Yes,
buzz cut?
that's what it looks like when you're completely fucking bald.
Yeah.
Dude, you'd look like Timothy McVeigh if you were totally bald.
Maybe that's why I can't get a fucking date.
That is white guys' biggest problem with shaving their head. I think it all comes down, especially if you have blonde hair, it all comes down to like, I look like something out of American
Well, we've
history.
discussed this in the past. Again, I've told you before the powder story.
Oh, yeah. Dude, we're just busting balls. I could tell you're like, why is everyone picking on me?
Well, at the time, I was like 14, and people would really, and I was like, as you can imagine, me more awkward at 14
What
and
was the
even
other-
more
what
shy.
What else did they
Oh,
call
you
you?
know the other ones.
You
You know
hadn't
the other
built up
one.
the scar tissue yet
Yeah.
to deal with all of it.
Oh no, I had some, but it's like it was
Not
it was
enough,
rough when it was
obviously.
coming from everyone.
They could
Mr.
probably-
Burns, you know
and
what the other one
yeah,
is,
I know, I
motherfucker.
just was- but I can listen. My nickname was fucking Meatball. So
Oh.
Mine was a Niglet and Oreo.
why Oreo? It was a joke. It was
It's,
a joke.
it's,
No.
it's the same thing.
I was gonna say I had diarrhea boy was a
Why,
a
did you
nickname
shit your
for.
pants?
I know I never shit my pants. Well, I have shit my pants since then, but I didn't at the
Why'd
time.
they call you Diarrhea Boy?
It's kind of a long story. Not really, but okay. So one day I had really bad diarrhea, and I had to use. And I have a really bad thing with public bathrooms. I don't like to use public bathrooms at
Oh,
all,
you-
especially at school. So I didn't use, and I didn't use it all day. You know what I mean? I'm going into like my last period class, which is home ec actually, and it has a separate bathroom that only like it's not the public school bathroom. It's only in there.
Oh my
So you
God.
blew it up.
It's not in the same room. It's actually in the next classroom over, and there's no class in that classroom. But that's everyone who's in like that
Yeah.
group of class uses their bathroom.
I know what you're talking about.
So I had to go all day. I actually had a point in third hour I had like PE, and I was like, man, I have to try and go. You know what I mean? I have to try and go. And I went into the bathroom, and of course the one in the gym hallway is the most disgusting,
Yeah.
revolting one ever.
There's
So-
someone in there or something?
no. Well,
Oh.
I walked in, and the first one there was someone in. The second one, there was just shit everywhere. There's no other way. There was just
No,
shit
no.
everywhere.
Everyone knows
It
it.
looked like a fucking
and
Amoco
it
bathroom.
reeked. It
Mhm.
fucking reeked. So I just like I can't do this, and I left.
If you went to a public school, you probably know that thing where you just see some like unholy. It might as well be like a chopped up body because that's how it feels when you look in there. And you're like, well, that one's unusable. Like I can only imagine the janitors just being like, what happened
What are
here?
these kids doing?
You're like, how does this happen? Like it's on the wall. It's on. Like it's everywhere. Like was he aiming for it? Like no.
So I didn't go. So I went, and then I got to my 4th hour class. And my 4th hour class, like I said, was home ec, and it was a class where I was in 9th grade at the time, but it was a class that had all grades in it. Like so, we sat at a table with 4 people, and there was a senior, and my table was a kid who was in 12th grade at my table and shit like that. And whatever, we were cool, whatever, and we were cool, but he didn't like fuck with me before this. So I finally go in, I use the other bathroom. And I come out. My friend who I was talking to knew I wasn't feeling well, so he knew when I went in there and came out. So I came out, and like 2 minutes after I come back into the room, I go sit down. The guy who sits right next to the big senior who sits next to me gets up, and he goes into the bathroom. And from our classroom in the other room, you can hear, "Oh my God! What the fuck?" You
What
just
a
hear him
dick.
scream. You just hear him
What?
scream.
Dick. That's
And then you probably started to explain yourself.
No, I didn't say anything.
No, I have diarrhea.
Because no one knew. That's the thing, because no one knew.
Silence.
So no one knew. I don't think anyone knew at the time. So he was just going
Silence.
crazy. He was just, oh man, what the fuck? He was just going crazy. Everyone was laughing and shit. So he comes back in. He sits down. He was like, man, it reached in there, and like my friend knew it was me, and I was like, yo, bro, don't tell him it was me. So he came in, and he was, my bad. He was just like. He didn't say anything at first because he didn't know me, but he was just going on the rest of the class about how it reeked and it was fucking gross and everything like that. So I was out the next day. I didn't come into school. So my friend must have told him, because the
Oh
next
my
day when I
God.
came into school, went into class, I'm sitting at the desk already. He walks in the class, "Hey, diarrhea boy, what's up?" And then he called me that for the rest of the year. Yeah, that's what he called me for. the rest of the
The
class.
year.
You know what? He was probably like, "Hey man, that was your boy, wasn't it?" And he was like, "Dude, he had diarrhea." He was probably looking out and probably didn't want to get pushed around by the big fucking dude.
So yeah, I would have either talked like some shit, like had something to come back at him at, or I would have beat him within an inch of his life.
Why? You
This
would
guy
have-
was much bigger than me.
I would have been like, "Look, it
didn't fuck
came out of
around.
my asshole. What do you expect it to smell
Oh, he was
like?"
much bigger than you.
was much bigger than me.
Yeah,
He
that's
said he
that's.
was a senior and he was a freshman.
Oh yeah, that always doesn't work out.
I was always tall, but I was real skinny.
I remember I was hanging out with when I was a freshman. I was hanging out with the senior, and this guy walked by, and I thought it was so cool, and I was like, "Look how big his ears are!" And apparently, this guy was like a junior, and he did have a thing about his ears. He was
course,
self-conscious
of
about it,
course.
and I thought I was being funny or whatever. And he wanted to kill me. So of course you realize you're like, oh, I was walking around with that dude, so that's protection. But now if I'm ever walking around alone, that guy's going to straight up murder me in the fucking hallways. And it wasn't, that it was back in the day, so you would get fucking, you would get rolled up on, and you wouldn't know what happened, and you'd be unconscious, and people would be laughing at you, like I had seen it happen. So I was like, no, not this specific guy, but
Sure.
But so I understand your
Why didn't you just-
apprehension
why didn't
for.
you just apologize to him?
Fuck no. The last thing I wanted to do was even
Ever bring it up ever again?
Oh my god!
Never bring that
Oh my
up.
god! I was like 5'2". Like in my freshman year of high school, I wasn't doing eight. I was trying to hide, like be invisible.
You were like the Anthony Michael Hall of your group of friends, weren't you?
He's calling you a loser.
Who is
bro.
that?
Oh, come on.
The
you know.
Anthony
Even
Michael
I know
Hall?
who Anthony
Which-
Michael is.
Oh no.
Weird
Yeah.
Science,
No,
The Breakfast
no.
Club.
I was never that big of a dork. No.
Just
I-
now.
I was
Just
I was
that
like
you would grow into it.
no,
was like-
no. I was a huge
Did
nerd.
you
Like
see
I
the
was
set?
into like video
Yeah.
games, comic books, all that other stuff. But if you had any sense, you learned to hide that. I mean, at this
were
point.
like,
Well, that
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
anymore.
Oh no,
Inconceivable.
not anymore. Of course not. Yeah.
You used to be rightfully ashamed
No,
of that stuff.
I figured it out. It was when you get into the 6th grade and you're like, oh shit, they go to the dance and stuff like that. I think MC Hammer was just coming out, and I was like, my friend was like, check out this Running Man, and then like once the girl starts staring at you and you're dancing and you're like, shit, that's it. I can't talk about video games anymore. That's pretty much the
What
end
are
of
you
that.
talking
I
about? I
gave
talk
up-
about video games all the
I
time.
gave up all my toys when I was 11 years old.
Mhm,
I burned them all.
Yeah, I
It
remember.
was like a fucking.
When I was about that
and I
age.
set the fucking
I went
fence
to-
on fire.
I went. You know what's fucked up about this too? Because now it wouldn't happen. But I went somewhere with my mother. It was like the same around 11 years old or so. And then we went, and I was like, "Oh, I want to get this GI Joe." And she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" So basically, how old are you? Like, what's going on with it? And it was so crazy because she actually did it be a good thing. Because if I was showing
No,
up
you
to like,
fucked her because then she was like, "You were like, I don't want this fucking stupid GI Joe," and then you went over to the computer section.
oh no, she brought home a computer when I was like a child. Like I don't even remember half. It was like I had a tape deck on it and everything. I was like, "What you're supposed to do? is just press play on this thing."
A tape deck.
Yeah, it was the Commodore 64.
What
Fuck
the
yeah,
does the
man.
tape deck do?
The tape deck loads up the program.
That was my first computer, bro. I got one
Yeah,
in like
those things are
1997.
Dude, I didn't get a computer until I was 30.
Yeah.
Literally. And that's why this guy's always yelling at me. You don't know how to use a computer.
He didn't get the
I
1997.
remember the
joke.
first Windows.
I
It
got
was,
that
stuff.
computer came out like in
Yeah.
1983.
Well, the thing about it is, you say like, "Oh, I know," so, like I knew basically what it took to get me to play video games on that for probably like 20, 25 years. That's all I did. I never did anything else. And then only recently did I figure out a way. I was like, "Oh shit! Like I need to make some more money."
Yeah, but you worked on computers as long as I've known you.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It
wasn't always work.
No, it's not even. You couldn't even consider it like skilled work.
I just
It
got the
was-
new upgrade on Civ, and it's like, oh shit, it's like a whole new game.
What
so
the
I've
fuck
been
is
like,
Civ?
Oh, Civilization?
Yes.
Is it the Civilization 5? Or
it's Civ 5. It's an expand. It's
The-
not
the-
even new. It's
the
just
one,
new to me.
The one in space or whatever?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
exactly.
Dude,
you
I'm
got that.
playing
I know
the
what you're
fucking
I just got
Sims.
it.
Because
man.
there's another one coming out soon,
Oh,
too.
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Sims, The Sims.
I never played The Sims before.
Nah, I can't-
Dude, I made us all. SMB Comedy Podcast on
Oh
The
yeah.
Sims.
Am I still alive?
That's the one where you put him in the
Am I
pool.
hooked on drugs?
No, you became a transvestite and started banging Greg.
See, this is what goes on in this guy's head. When
And
we're
I
done.
left SMB. No, it was The Sims.
Oh.
I put in your guys' personalities.
Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome.
Fuck you, bro. You put in our personalities.
Yeah.
You obviously didn't describe me
You
right.
don't know how The Sims...
Both like
no, no,
butt
no.
sex.
When I was putting you in, I put in a ponytail.
Fuck you.
Oh, my God.
And under personalities, I put Greg as submissive. So,
Well, ponytail explains it all.
yeah, the ponytail, and you did have a kind of a cool
I feel like I'm
mustache.
not submissive.
I don't have a mustache right now,
I
bro.
don't feel like I put off that vibe.
Are you trying to convince yourself?
No,
or,
I have
or
a
us?
fucking a goatee. Like it's like I've been shaving like 4 days, bro. That's
Sure.
it.
You know who you look like?
Is that
you
what
ever
that's
seen
called?
Major League? You look like the coach.
Is it what is
Coach.
his
The
name?
coach from the movie Major League.
I've seen
the
the
manager.
I know exactly.
That Rutger Hauer
The old guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
or
how
Corbin
you
Burnson?
must have-
Corbin
No,
Burnson.
No, he
not
didn't look
Dorn.
like
Not
Dorn.
Roger Dorn.
Wasn't it?
I said the coach, asshole.
I don't know who the coach
You
is.
look like Willie Mays Hayes.
It's
He
the
wishes, bro.
It's the black
Come
guy.
on, yeah, you're like 12 shades too light for Willie Mays Hayes,
Serrano.
bro.
Serrano.
You're closer to being Charlie Sheen than you are to being.
Man, this would be
Wesley
bad, though.
Snipes.
Can I say it? You look more like Joe Boo.
Who's Joe Boo?
Oh, you don't know who Joe Boo is? Come on. He
He was
needs
the
hair to be
biggest
Joe
star in the
Boo.
movie, man.
That's
He needs
Serrano's
a- he
little
needs a
voodoo
refill.
doll.
Oh. Okay, I remember the voodoo guy.
Yeah,
His
that's
name is
Serrano,
fucking
yeah.
Joe Boo, man.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Joe Boo.
Oh.
Jesus
Weird.
Christ, can't hit a curveball.
Can't hit a curveball.
That's
cannot-
it. Separates the boys from the men.
Yeah. Fuck this shit. Did he say something like that when he struck out?
I do it myself. That's
So what's going on in sports? Sport.
not a whole lot. The Cavs are getting ready to lose the championship.
Really? You think so?
Yes, Golden State's going to win still.
Oh, the Cavs.
Golden
Sorry,
State's gonna win
I got the
Yeah,
names
Golden, my
confused.
bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
I should have said Golden State's getting ready to win the
Okay,
championship.
yeah.
Yeah,
For
but
some
the
reason-
Cavs was the first thing that came out of my mouth. So
Right. No, for some reason. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking you said Golden State.
I mean, Kyrie. I don't really care much for Kyrie as a player, but he was incredible the other night.
He had a
But
good
he's just
game.
an offensive player. He's not a ball passer. He's not a defender. He was incredible the other night. I'm
So
not hating.
over under. How many kicks to the nuts in the next team?
Draymond can't do any more kicks to the nuts, bro. He can't. They would have won last game if they probably had him.
So bad. That picture. Did you send me that picture of
Oh
of
yeah,
kicking that other
did
dude?
I show you the whole video he had where he has just a compilation of his dirtiest plays? It's
Oh
great.
man. Okay.
Like 5 of them are with that same guy.
Well, I will say the guy's very artful in the way he does it. It's not flagrant. It's like towing the line. Like
the Karate Kid crane kick was a
oh
like
my
blatant
goodness.
one.
Well, yeah, because there's no reason to lift up your foot like that.
Never. I watched basketball my whole fucking life.
Well, right, and I think honestly, hey, he shut down some of like the bigger guys, you know.
No,
yeah,
he's great
I think
defensively.
I think that's what. And if you've ever hit in the nuts, like that if there's anything that will
Now
take
you know why.
If there's anything that will take you off your game, I would think getting hit in the nuts would be up there, like in the top one.
Getting hit in the nuts or someone
What?
rubbing their nuts on your back.
Oh,
Like Dennis
what
Rodman
is
used to
wrong
do.
with him today?
Dennis Rodman used
He's
to
very
do that.
homophobic
I
today.
don't
No,
know what.
that wouldn't stop you.
Oh, Dennis Rodman used
He
to.
used to do it to Lonzo. You know what? You guys are accusing me of being homophobic.
We don't know. Everything just
Everything
went
has
there.
been gay today. You've been
Yeah,
accusing us of
it's
what
being
did I say
crazy.
that was gay?
You accused us of being gay for each other like 3 times.
Yeah,
What are you
there's
talking about?
something about the Sims. Like
The Sims simulation did that to
Yeah.
you
All right,
guys.
anyways, so get back to what you were saying. This was, I haven't heard the story. Rubbing the nuts? What?
He would rub his he would like grab his ass. He would fuck with Lonzo Mourning. I remember because Lonzo Mourning was like a very intense guy,
Uh-huh.
and when he covered him, he would like do weird shit.
You know, he's about getting in people's heads.
Dennis Rodman, he would do that shit to get in his head, pinch his grab his ass.
Oh my goodness.
You know,
Plus, it felt really nice.
I guess. But
You know, Rodman's a, experimental guy.
I always thought it was funny. Just you think
Oh, I guess that motherfucker went to North Korea and hung out with him. That
Multiple
was,
times.
That was so, and he was so hammered that the guy was just like, all right, fuck it, I can't even deal with this right now.
Did he send him away?
Yeah,
Take this motherfucker
Well,
home.
when he showed up, and pretty much it was obvious that he was just like shit faced, and he like
It's a long flight, bro.
The first night or whatever, he was kind of like, oh, the guy was, and then like the second night, like when a dude was like out on it, like I was like, I'm not really like associating with this guy. So it was more sad than anything else. You're like, man, you. Like, that was a really weird situation. You were just like, is he ever going to sober up enough to be like, whoa.
I'm in fucking North Korea.
Whoa.
I'm
I
like
was
3
fucking,
feet taller than everyone here.
I was fucking Carmen Diego or whatever her name is. And,
Carmen Diego?
yeah. Carmen, I don't know if I remember
Who's
her name.
Carmen Diego?
Carmen
Electra.
San Diego?
Carmen San
I thought that's what you were going with, Carmen San Diego.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
I
what
couldn't-
the fuck are you talking about?
I couldn't remember.
Where in the world is Dennis Rodman?
Yeah, I couldn't remember either of the names. So
You mixed the both of them.
right. So
Except you didn't mix Electra in there, though.
anyways, so yeah, fucking that
He
lady.
doesn't like when you bring up his mistakes. He'll
to,
lecture us for hours on our...
Yeah, I know.
No. But I said it on purpose because I just didn't.
Fair enough.
I was trying to like go with the flow, figure out what I was gonna say. But yeah, so and then you go to North Korea and you're Dennis Rodman. You have a weird life. Scott, you got anything to say?
Well,
He's cruising his phone again.
No, actually, he knows why I'm doing this. We have a new segment on the show.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Oh,
I wasn't
comments.
here, by the way,
yeah,
last
of
week.
course you weren't here, and you're quick to judge a bitch. But
What do you mean quick to judge a bitch?
I was just joking about what you said. It's okay.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
I was gonna talk to you about it
He
after the
knew-
show though,
he knew
about
what
your
I was talking about.
judgy properties. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
So we're just gonna pick a random like mainstream news site article, and just read the comments.
What do you mean randomly?
What we're gonna go through.
What's
doing.
the story?
It doesn't really matter what the
Of course,
story
it matters
is.
what the story is.
Well, we'll get to the story when we pick it. But
Who gets to? Why do you get to pick?
Well, you can pick it, but you didn't know about it. You all right, Greg?
Mm-hmm.
Greg likes to keep his drink in his mouth like koalas keep eucalyptus leaves.
I
Why
thought he was
don't-
going with
do we
another
have
gay
to-
joke.
do we
I
have
thought
to
for
go-
sure another gay joke was
Do
coming.
we have to go over this again? You know how I am, man.
What's that?
That's just what I do. All the bubbles, you gotta figure it out. It's gotta be the right, I can't just drink it straight. I used to the first time I ever drank beer, I basically like had it was terrible tasting. And I like just swallow. I wasn't drinking it right, and then I ended up getting the bubbles.
How
And
so?
Well, I was just
Like shaking it up and shit?
well, like for some reason when you pour it in your mouth, it kind of it like fizzes up a little bit. So I've always been weird with drinking sodas and stuff like that. Like where I'm like, oh, I gotta let the fizz like run out a little bit before you swallow it, or else like
Really?
because then you burp a bunch, and I'm not great at burping. Like
What?
yeah. So I get indigestion real easy. So like the whole the fizziness of it, and even beer is even worse. So the first time I ever drank, I was like, all right, trying to just like gulp it down or whatever, and then I just fucking like foam, nothing but foam came out. I was like, wah! And then at one other time, I did the what was it? The funneling. You ever done that before?
I was gonna ask you if you've ever done a keg stand before.
No, I can't chug beer. I can't. Like I can take maybe like 2 chugs and then I'm like, ah! Start to like, yeah. So it's one of the things. That's what Scott was making fun of me because I was sitting there doing one of my long moments of when I take a sip. Like sometimes I can get it down, but sometimes I can't.
I always fuck
And
with him about it.
I'm even worse about with wine for some reason. Like I'll just sit and because
Tastes worse.
he's been over my house a bunch of times and he'll see me just sit there and I'm like, are you still holding that like drink? And I'm like, dude.
Just like a fucking koala bear. Just
And he knows he could see when I'm doing it too, so he's like,
Oh, is that what you were referencing? I had no idea what the koala bear part was
Yeah,
about.
yeah. It's
they
just
chew on
me,
eucalyptus leaves.
me
though.
holding water in my drink in my mouth for an inordinate amount of time after I had it actually took in a drink. So it happens sometimes.
All right.
Long
So
story.
what's this news story, Scott?
Well, the news story is the Orlando shooter appeared in a documentary as he worked
You really want to read
Security.
these comments?
in Pensacola during the BP oil spill cleanup. So this guy's got an acting credit and you don't. So that should think about that, dude. How does that make you feel on the inside?
Doesn't make me feel anything.
Me either.
I'm dead on the inside.
Okay, so here's some of the comments. Let's see. Quit posting his picture. Enough is enough.
I was gonna say I
He
can't.
is a POS that doesn't deserve the attention.
It's gonna be like 50 comments like these. Bro.
Everyone
Right.
hates this person.
I was gonna say this seems like the wrong article to pick.
it's like reading the local news comments. You're like, I know this is
Well,
gonna
what
be
would
the
you-
worst
okay,
thing
well,
ever.
What do you? What should I look
Well,
up?
no, you already picked it. So I mean, but
Well,
it's
I
gonna
mean,
be
it's
like,
too
oh,
late,
this
I
guy's
looked
piece
it
of
up.
shit.
The kid
Fuck
that got
Muslims, shit
eaten
like
by
that.
the gator. That'll be a good one.
Oh, that'll be all like, lock the parents up. They're fucking from Nebraska. It smells like doo doo there.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that. That was the third one.
Yeah.
The third thing from like how fucked up is that? Like knowing, and we've talked. I think we've talked about it before on the show.
Stay away from the
saying-
still water
saying
in Florida.
oh my God!
You know what
yes.
though? That's only a Florida thing. Anywhere else, you're probably
Okay.
good in freshwater. In Florida, don't
no,
fuck
no,
with
well,
freshwater.
that's what I'm saying.
Louis-
You're in Florida. Oh, Louisiana too.
I would feel
Yeah.
like
Louisiana
oh my
too.
God,
Yeah,
so
but
dangerous.
don't go there.
Like,
Yeah.
whew, like any. Well, it's
You
weird.
know, when I go visit places like in the woods and shit, I look up research. Hey, and what's going to be a danger to me that I'm not expecting? You should
'Cause
probably do that too if you're going to
in
Florida.
North
There's a lot
Florida,
of shit
even
here.
if you're canoeing, like in North Florida, there's places where the people have been like attacked.
Oh
by
yeah, there's
and
gators
stuff.
fucking
Dude,
all
there's
over.
people
Yeah.
getting attacked by gators around here.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
oh,
course.
Well, this is South Florida, of course. Yeah. There's occasionally you hear like, and it's super dangerous at night too.
When
It's
they
like,
found those Crocs recently too.
do
I
not-
grew up here.
right.
You
So
know how many
did-
times I've
so
seen?
did
No,
all
I'm
of it.
saying, like, you know how many times I've seen an alligator in my life?
How many times?
Twice.
Get
Right.
the fuck
One-
out of here.
Twice. And once was fucking when I was at a golf resort in Orlando golfing.
Oh wow.
And it was a baby one.
I'd have to see at least 50 alligators in my
I've
life.
only seen
At
never.
least.
I've seen a lot.
And I used to go through that park right over there where it has alligators all in it, and there was this crazy broken down bridge, and we would hop the thing and ride our bikes down the trail and shit. Never once saw an alligator.
Wow, that's incredible.
Never.
I've seen them
Hmm.
all the time.
But then again, I'm saying You got to really kind of look for them.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's the thing
you should
too.
not be in still water.
Yeah, don't fuck with freshwater.
Well, but the thing about it is the sign just said no swimming.
Yeah.
Like it didn't really get into.
Didn't say no fucking
Right.
standing.
Yeah, but if
these
you know
people-
anything
but
about
these people
gators, that's where they.
These people are in a resort, though. You know.
Fair
that-
enough. I
yeah,
mean, I
where,
hear what
where
you're
they're
saying.
thinking like,
I'm
oh,
not
it's
trying to
a-
say, oh yeah, they had it coming. I'm not trying to say.
You
I'm just
can't
saying like.
blame them. They don't know that. You can't.
Yeah.
They're probably like seeing some.
I
fucking,
can't blame them for not knowing that. Yeah, I mean.
But that's
That's one thing I can blame
It's
them
so
for.
terrifying though.
It's
to
awful.
to think that went down, like especially knowing what we know. Like,
Sure.
but I can totally see like kind of getting the whole resort aspect of it, like how they wouldn't.
Right. They said they didn't know gators lived there, but
yeah,
I mean.
yeah, but and I was saying they probably thought like, oh, like you can get these gators out of here, like the Disney wouldn't let the gators in there or whatever, and but
These
it's one
are
of
nice gators.
yeah, but it's one of
They're
those.
Florida gators.
Right. Oh, right.
Oh,
And
douchebags then.
Remember that 15-foot gator on the
Yeah.
golf course or
Oh,
whatever?
yeah,
I bet
yeah.
you people are looking at that a lot differently now. Like,
Mhm.
fucking A, man. Like, and when they were even like standing near that thing, I'm like, why the hell would you be anywhere near that thing? Like, do you
I'm
understand?
terrified of
Yeah.
gators.
Well, and to me, like they're just walking next to the guys on the golf
Did
course.
they
so
catch the
with
alligator?
with the 15-foot gater?
Or are
Yeah.
they trying to?
They keep on catching dude. That's the dumbest
said they
thing
found
ever.
at least
They're
like
just
3 or
gonna kill
4.
every gator in there. I'm
Pretty
sure.
much.
Yeah.
They're like,
yeah.
great going, Clyde. You fucked it up for the
You
whole
killed
pond."
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who brought this guy?
Yeah. I told you not to trust Mickey fucking, I don't know why I make them sound like they're in the mafia, but that would be cool. Get the fuck out of here. We had it good. Eating babies on the reg. Don't touch the babies.
Yeah. They had.
Eat an adult, nobody gives a
Yeah.
shit. They blame the adult.
Yeah.
Don't eat the
You
kids.
saw what they did to the fucking gorilla.
That's so nuts. I don't
He
even think
loves
about it.
babies.
So
That would suck. They're
So
totally-
that wraps up our Orlando had a shitty week segment. Jesus
What do you mean? We
Christ.
could still go on, dude.
Yeah, I was kidding.
That's where it sinks from.
So Orlando had a shitty millennium.
I was supposed to go there for fucking for 4th of July, and I'm seriously debating.
The
it.
gay bar?
No.
Oh.
I would never
Are you really
But-
that big of a pussy?
No,
Like,
I'm not that big of a pussy, but
why
Yes,
are
he
you
is.
debating it?
Yes, he is.
If there was a massacre somewhere, would you debate going there if you already had plans to go there? No, not in a fucking
Because
second.
where is there less likely to happen again?
On top of that, like you can kill all the people in the world if you want. Like I'm still going, especially if I have plane
This is
tickets.
my
or something.
vacation, bro.
I don't have
I
fucking-
paid for that
Motherfuckers,
shit.
If
I
I cancel my
first off-
flight, the terrorists win.
That's right. That's
I
right.
don't have
You can
plane
kill
tickets.
me, but you ain't killing my vacation.
I do not have plane tickets.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you cancel your Orlando trip, the terrorists win.
yes.
That's that. I'm from
Be a
that.
real American.
And you're a
Or
big
what
fucking
if I
baby.
Stay at home, enjoy myself, don't spend a bunch of money, then I win.
No, then you're a gigantic pussy who lets the terrorist win.
Right.
You might
right.
as well join ISIS.
know what the main-
You have a better chance of being hit by an asteroid than you do like being hit and killed by an
How
asteroid.
in the fuck do you know?
Look it up.
He's a
Look
fucking
it up.
mathematician, bro.
You have a better chance of being struck
All right. Look
by
it up.
launch shoot, but
That's all. I plead to our
Jean-Luc
viewers.
Picard
Look it up.
in a safe
But
way.
Scott is just like I
getting
need
a chicken tenders meal.
Scott's like I just the
Simple
life
mathematics.
Life is turning into lethal weapon. Got to figure out, I
Oh,
got
this is
to
this
bunker down.
because the other day I, was
I got to
like,
get
dude,
my
I think I'm-
Patriot pack.
I said I'm getting a gun. Dude.
Patriot
he went all
supplies.
crazy on me.
What, AR-15?
No, I'm not getting an
No,
AR or
he's
anything.
he's got to defend himself, because otherwise the terrorists win.
The terrorists mean what? The government.
So if someone breaks in my house and I don't have anything to fucking protect
Yeah,
myself,
yeah, man. Yeah, you're totally. That's totally gonna
Well, see,
happen.
there's the way I counteract that is I
Didn't
have
someone
nothing
break-
worth. I have nothing worth
didn't
taking.
someone break in your house and steal everything?
Yeah, when I wasn't there.
So what if you were there
Okay,
and had a way to defend yourself?
Right.
Would you?
right.
What about a fucking sword?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Right.
messy.
No, but that's
I know.
that's gonna happen though. That's totally gonna happen. Like any day now.
It could definitely happen. You don't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, it's, right. This is gonna break him.
So home invasions never happen.
No, it's gonna happen. It's totally gonna happen to
See?
you. And you're gonna have the gun, and you're gonna shoot the guy, because that happens 0.999% of the time. Like I don't think it's like an entire percent that it
So-
actually happens.
But if I shoot the guy, I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
So then what the fuck is the big
You
deal?
shoot him in the back.
I'm saying it's one of those things where, like, if aliens land, yeah, sure, you want to like have a laser beam or something to take out the UFO, but chances are aliens aren't going to land. So
They
basically,
need these guns for the apocalypse.
yeah,
The zombie apocalypse.
basically, you're betting on nothing.
Well, I think when Trump becomes president, it's gonna fucking create a civil war, and I'm gonna be fucking prepared.
We're already in a civil war.
Don't you fucking? I know, and it's getting worse and worse every day. And don't you fucking pussies
Goddamn white
try
people.
and come over here and hang out with me,
Mhm.
because I'm fucking strapped.
Where do
to
you
the
think I'm
max.
coming first to attack, bro? If we hit civil war, I'm coming here.
Yeah, I don't
We're
need
gonna
you.
take you down, bro.
You're fucking.
Yeah, let's go kill Scott.
You're fucking chump change to me. I have friends.
I'll
who-
put a bullet in your head,
Yeah.
and I will definitely put a bullet in your head.
Why you want to definitely put one in my head, bro?
Yeah,
What's that? That extra,
you said
that
you were
extra
gonna-
emphasis on me.
It's fucking Lethal Weapon fantasy
What
bullshit.
about when
you know,
you
he's
said,
like,
you said
I'm
I'm going to come up there
I'm
and
too
attack.
old for this shit.
You're going to come up here. I'm the first person you're coming for.
Yeah.
No.
And then he said the same
But I was
thing.
just kidding.
Well, I mean, I didn't know that.
I was
Now
just
that I
fucking
know
with
that,
you,
I'm
bro.
sorry, but I will
Don't
not
be-
hesitate.
You're so pussified now. He's not going to Orlando. I can tell already.
Probably not, because
No, he's so.
He's such a pussy.
But you see, this is the what happens essentially. I can't even think of the words like for
the
it.
All-American, the Super
Oh my God,
Patriots, the Super Patriots
is that
cower.
Yeah. This is
when it
hot
comes
dogs
to-
and
you
apple
might have
pie.
to travel
Oh
somewhere.
My God.
Hey,
Am
cower.
I a fucking super
What
patriot?
A bunch of pussies.
I think you're under the.
I mean, are you that
of the three of us, yes, Scott. Yes.
I mean,
of the three of us, yes.
I feel like that we're all blessed that we live in this country.
right?
It could be a lot worse. I mean, I know you guys know better places where we can live. Well, then why aren't you dickheads living there?
Because you're not allowed to go live somewhere. You can't just move to another country.
Yeah, you have to
I
have a-
tried.
you have to
I
have
tried
a
to move to
four-year degree.
Amsterdam,
Four-year.
and even more than that, it's normally more difficult than that.
You need a 4-year degree?
Yeah.
You need
live in
to.
another
You
country?
need to be able
Bachelor's.
to. In most countries, you have to be able to do a job that they don't have enough people to fill in their own country first.
That's
to fill.
fucking bullshit.
No, it's not. It's actually the facts. You have to, in order to get a work
No,
visa,
I'm
do it
saying-
because I
I'm
looked
not
into
saying
it.
it's
Yeah,
not
everywhere's
true.
not like America. It's like, hey, I want to go live in that place. You can't do that. America's the only place that lets you do that.
What about Spain?
I never tried to go to Spain before. But
What about anywhere in
most
Europe?
European countries? Well, I told you Amsterdam. Most
Oh,
European
man, who the
countries.
fuck wants to live with those creepy weirdos?
Me, bro. What are you talking
Why
about?
don't you live in London and then just commute?
Because I can live right there. What are you talking about? What do you know about the Dutch?
They're fucking weird, man.
Hey, they're not like
All monsters come from there.
they're not like Japanese weird,
And their
bro.
monsters fucking eat people. Hansel and Gretel, what a fucking weird bitch.
Weren't those Germans?
I'm pretty sure that they were fucking Dutch.
Do you know the difference?
They wore wood shoes.
Oh, they did. Okay, they were Dutch.
I don't know. I mean, I have to look at their pie next time. I see a movie about them. Was that a Dutch apple pie? I see the crumbs. Hey, Hansel and Gretel, what were they, Greg?
Were they Germans or Dutch?
I would say German.
That's what I
Man,
thought.
you don't
That's what
fucking know nothing. You're
Yeah.
just guessing because
Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
like
I'm
that
saying.
I
name.
can do the accent.
Like Hansel. Like Hansel isn't like the number
native
one
tongue.
name in fucking.
Because that's like Grimm fairy tales, and I feel like that all that's Dutch. Yeah, because there's that one Grimm fairy tales or
Hansel.
the movie about it, and it's like a bunch of German
It's
people.
me,
like,
Hansel.
the French and everything like are next to him. So
Hansel.
it's all the same, dude. I mean, seriously, like if you look at, I saw someone they overlaid like a Texas.
Don't tell them that, bro.
No, dude. They
Tell
overlaid.
who?
They overlaid Texas.
The Dutch. If you tell them that that their language sounds and looks like German, if you compare to the German, they don't like that shit, bro.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
They don't
I'm
like
just-
that
no,
shit.
I'm saying like
you might as well call
it's such a
like
small geographic
a
area.
Dominican Haitian.
Yeah. I mean, they
Really,
all.
those are the white people that care?
Yes,
Oh,
Don't call me German. I'm
No, they don't-
Hansel,
they don't.
damn it.
Yeah.
they don't like that shit.
No, not at all. Because they don't want to be German because they I think they fought against the Germans in the war.
Oh,
I know Belgium did, right?
son of a bitch.
That was in World War One.
I think you're right. They are German.
Of course, we're right, Scott.
Well, you're not 100% right. The movie says German. Let me see.
The movie.
Hansel.
What the fuck?
Hansel.
Movie.
You don't know what a fucking movie is, you retard?
Is it-
Hansel and Gretel is not a fucking movie, bro.
Jeremy
It's-
Renner
I
looks
said-
Dutch. All right.
I said there was a movie. I didn't say I'm going through the fucking. Man, you guys are a bunch of cocksuckers.
I can't
Dicks.
believe this.
Oh, Greg, you gotta
this
pee
might be
again?
the longest episode of all time.
Why? Because I'm looking shit up. Hansel and Gretel, also known as Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel, or little brother and little sister, or Hansel, little Hansel, and big Hansel.
Oh, Big Hansel. That was the adult
All right.
version.
It's a well-known fairy tale of German origin.
There you go.
But
right
these
there.
motherfuckers look like they have
That
some
is not what it says.
Danish or Dutch descent.
Danish is Denmark, bro. That's a whole
Whatever,
other country.
man. The shit starts with a D. Dominican Republic could be one of them too.
You would know those guys.
Yes.
They'd look more like
Yeah.
Greg.
They'd be really good at baseball. And that's when Hansel and Julio were really good at baseball.
They'd be the best at
Yeah.
baseball.
They fucked the witch up. She didn't eat no one that day. They threw a fucking mean slider and then kept calling her mommy. Hey, mommy, not today. So are you back, bro?
What?
I'm just making sure you're back.
What? I would never left.
Hansel and Gretel is German, man.
Yep, we've established
I
that.
never did see that stupid Hansel and Gretel movie though.
It was
Why
terrible.
would you?
Wasn't there one Hansel and Gretel get baked or some shit too? There was a movie like Hansel and Gretel get baked.
Yeah, it's called The Story, isn't it?
No, not literally.
Oh,
they
like Get
stoned.
High. Sounds like one of those
Oh, I see what you're doing there.
on weed movies.
No, that's what the name of the movie was called.
I meant Greg.
Mm.
I got what he
Hansel and Gretel get spoken. Look, Hansel and Gretel get baked. There was a movie
That's weird because I didn't get what I was doing.
about these fucking German kids. You can get it at Barnes and Noble for $8, and
Or you can just order it online.
Laura Flynn Boyle was in it
From
from
Men
all
in
the
Black?
movie- All the movie. She was fucking Wayne's girlfriend in Wayne's World. His
She was?
crazy ex-girlfriend. Hi, Wayne.
Mm.
What the fuck was her name? I forget her name.
I don't remember. I haven't seen Wayne's World in probably.
Dude, her
15
scenes
years.
are the best in the whole movie. The best in the whole movie, I think. When she gives him a present, and he's like, "What is it?" She's like, "It's a gun rack." He's
I
like,
think the next segment on the show needs to be Scott remembers the 80s movies.
Oh my god,
that
was the
actually came
perfect
out in
one.
the '90s.
I know it did.
You could just talk about all the movies.
Yeah, or we can just pre 2000
He gets the
movies
lines
cinema.
right. I don't. How the fuck did he get the lines right? I don't remember
From like
anything.
obscure shit too. It's one thing if it's like obscure shit. I didn't mean to cut you off mid sentence, Scott,
Yeah.
but I do think that's a new segment we should do on the show.
I blame Little League football because like the same thing with
I
like
didn't play
comedy and
Little
everything
League
like that.
football.
When I listen to it, it's like I can't remember anything after. Like you ever watch like a comedy show and then like afterwards
I've seen my
you-
share.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't remember anything like a
don't
concert.
right? Well,
You're like, what the fuck? Did they even play
have,
better,
have,
man?
have you ever had that?
No,
like
I
to where
always
you,
remember.
You remember every?
I
I do not remember. That happens to you, right, Scott?
Yeah,
like
always.
oh yeah.
After a movie or
You guys
whatever.
are dumbasses though.
No, well,
Why are we
not after a movie. For
This
me, it's mainly comedy. Like I'll see like an hour-long special, and if you were to ask me like what jokes were in there, and if I wasn't really like now I can remember like maybe 2 jokes, but if you were to ask me like what was so funny about that, and I just spent an hour laughing, I'm like I can't remember a fucking thing, because if you're really into it, I feel like maybe you're just not into it.
I generally have a pretty good memory about stuff like that. Actually,
Yeah, no,
for someone who
it's-
smokes as much weed as I have,
Right, and
it's
but
surprising.
But there's
actually.
certain things that I do have a memory for. Like I remember my, my credit card numbers and stuff
I
like
know
that.
all that
but-
shit too. Yeah. I tell you, I remembered barcodes for products at work. Have I told you that?
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, I know product. I can just think, oh, what's this here? Yeah, 674-84-17436.
crazy.
Like
Oh,
I just know the
wow.
barcodes. Like
There's something about you get the numbers in it, and it becomes like there's like a tangible aspect where you're like, oh, like there's that color, like you associate the paint, and
Oh,
everything. And
the
they're
guys
like, it's
that make
like
fun of me because they're like-
600, 427. It's
right.
weird. It like
It's
sticks
like
with
the
you.
Matrix.
the guys make fun of me
I
at work
know
all the time
Kung
because
Fu.
they ask about colors and they're like, oh yeah, that's number 812.
Well, and that's what I was listening to something about Napoleon today. It was funny because Stalin had the same thing, but it's this thing called total recall memory. So they were, organizing these huge things, and like the guys could remember down to like the man, like the small little dudes from soldiers, like cannon fodder from years before. So when you have that kind of like, I think they call it like a didactic memory or something like that. I'm sure like back in the day that was fucking useful.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like because there's those people like Mary Lou Henner or Mary Lou
Yeah.
she remembers literally everything. Like she's like, if you were like what happened when you were 13, on this day, and like what was the weather like, and they'll be like, oh, and where I was, it was sunny, I remember I was here, like I went to like lunch that day at school. Like they remember literally fucking everything.
I can't remember that
I
much,
can't
but I'm
remember
normally
the
pretty
names.
good
No,
about.
No, but there's
stuff like
people
that.
that do shit like
That's
that.
crazy.
Have you ever seen that? Like there was like a 60 Minutes about it and everything. It's nuts because you're like, are you kidding me? But in the but you look at it, it's like that's a really cool thing, and then they're like, no, it's not so cool
kind of
because that
inconvenient.
time I broke up with my boyfriend in or with like this the lady was like, well, the time I broke up with my boyfriend in middle school, I still remember it like it was yesterday. Like
Sure.
I remember all the
Sure.
different like
Yeah, I can
oh
respect
my
that too.
I have
God,
a lot
I
of
was like,
memories
I
like
can
that, though.
I
It
have a
seemed
lot of
like
that
it
stuff
was-
too. Yeah.
I remember when it happened, and then I can go back, and I'm back.
Feel
Right,
feel
right.
it like it was
Exactly.
yesterday.
But
Like,
but there's like there's certain times where like shit went wrong, like did you and then it'll come up like randomly and you're
Sure.
like, oh my god, I totally forgot about that. Like they never forget any of that shit. Like so I mean that's
Well,
scary.
it's obvious that she's an elephant.
Well, who? Oh right.
Elephants, they say never.
God
forget.
damn, Scott, that was really digging deep. Like I was like, all right,
this show has to be over, right?
yeah,
We're done.
Yeah,
we're
we're
53
over.
minutes.
Oh, really? I thought we were on like 70 minutes. It seemed
No.
it seemed like the longest episode
You
we've ever
ruined it,
done.
Jesse. When you announce it, it's over. So
No, it was over.
you know what I will say.
An elephant never forgets. Was the and you and Greg missing the joke was a perfect way to end
Yeah,
it.
Greg's a dumb bitch. But here's what we're saying. I'm glad you guys are back, and I'm glad that we got to hang out together.
Now who's gay?
You guys.
Guess who's back in my ass? It's
That
Jesse.
would be Greg and
came
Jesse.
from what-
They're down with SMB. And that's the end of the show.
All right. See you guys next week, I
You
guess.
guys have a good one.
Mhm.